The number of babies born during the first 8 months of the year increased by the largest margin in 18 years, while also marking the first time the January to August tally has risen year on year since 2015.
올해 1월부터 8월 국내 출생아 수가 18년 만에 가장 큰 폭으로 늘어난 한편 2015년 이후 처음으로 전년 대비 증가세도 나타났습니다. Tell us more.
Yeah, so according to data from the Ministry of Data and Statistics, 168,000 babies were born between January and August of this year alone, and that's up 6.8%. Quite a significant increase compared to 2024, and it's the first time this tally has risen year on year since 2015. Since then, it's been decreasing on an annual basis, but for the first time, we've seen an increase since 2015, and it's the largest expansion, this 6.8% since 2007. So even if you look in the short term, just in August alone, 3.8% increase, more than 20,000 babies, new little ones adding to the population here in South Korea.
Well, that is good news.
Yeah.
2024년 대비, 그러니까 작년 대비 올해 1월부터 8월까지 6.8%의 증가율을 보인 출생아 수입니다. Now, we're always worried about the shrinking population, especially the babies not being born, but this is good news.
It is good news, and it is a big social problem. It's also an economic problem.
Yes.
Going back to APEC, it was a big issue.
Was it?
Something that, actually the country brought up as the chair as one of the main issues to talk about, these demographic changes that a lot of economies are experiencing. But it looks like the trajectory is in the right direction now for Korea.
그래요. 아무래도 경제 얘기가 주된 그런 이제 아젠다에 있었던 것이었기 때문에 지난주에 경제 그 무역이라든지 이런 얘기도 많이 나왔겠지만 이런 인구 통계학적인 내용, 출산도 경제와 너무나 밀접한 관련이 있어서 그 내용도 지난주에 많이 나왔군요. 자, 표현 좀 보겠습니다. The number of babies born increased by the largest margin.
Margin. M-A-R-G-I-N. Margin, right? It typically means the gap or the difference in something. But there's another meaning. It's the edge of something, right? You could be the edge of a piece of paper or a country. But in this case, so the largest margin would be the biggest gap. Usually when you're talking about something or comparing something, there's a big difference in it, right?
Even our script right now, 지금 이제 우리 원고를 보게 되면은요, 겉에 약간 이제 테두리처럼 글씨가 끝까지 가 있지 않고 한 2cm, 3cm 정도 띄워놓고 그 안에 들어가 있잖아요. 그런 것들도 다 margin이라고 부르는 거 맞나요?
Right. In that case, it'd be more the edge of something.
Okay.
Right? So sort of the margins of society or the margins of a room. You can call it, but it is similar in that you're talking about the gap or the difference in things. I remember in college, of course, when you write an essay paper, back in the day, we would kind of increase the margins on the paper so you can write less in your essay if you need like a 10-page paper. For example.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I had the sort of opposite experience, but when I was in middle school in the UK, our English teacher would always say, leave a margin before you start writing.
Yes.
Otherwise, it looks messy, it's hard to read, and you just need a little space right before you start.
Right. You indent it. In it, right? But yes, in this case, so the margin, what were we talking about? We were talking about the gap or the difference within this span of 18 years.
그래요. 그러니까 margin, M-A-R-G-I-N이라는 게 어떤 간격입니다. 그래서 18년 만에 가장 큰 간격으로 이제 많이 출생아 수가 늘어난 것이라고 할 수 있겠고요. And this is a tally.
Yeah, so a tally, T-A-L-L-Y, is basically a count or a record of something. When you're counting, so think of, in school when you're doing 반장선거. Someone gets up into the front and you're counting the votes. You're counting the tally of something. Right?
You know what I'm going to ask you now?
What is that?
Were you ever the 반장?
No, I was not. I was
부반장?
I have been 부반장, 부회장, things like that. But I always thought interesting how in Korea, when you count in fives, you use the 발을 정자.
맞아요.
Right? That's how you keep a tally. You keep a record or a tally.
That's right.
As they say, right?
And you don't use this in English-speaking countries, obviously.
No, you use the 4 and then you put a line
diagonal
in the middle.
line in the middle. 맞아요. 자, tally라는 거는 이렇게 우리가 숫자를 기록할 때 tallying 한다라고 하는데요. 반장선거가 아주 대표적인 우리 학교에서 하는 거죠. 그때 몇 명이 투표를 했느냐, 뭐 득표 수를 가지고 발을 정자 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯 이렇게 한국에서는 쓰죠. 외국에서는 아무래도 이제 중국어 베이스가 아니니까 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 세로 짝대기 그 다음에 마지막으로 다섯 번째는 대각선 짝대기 이렇게 해가지고 5개씩 그룹핑을 해서 tallying을 합니다. 자, tallying 동사도 되고 명사도 된다는 거. 다시 읽어볼게요. The number of babies born during the first 8 months of the year increased by the largest margin in 18 years, while also marking the first time the January to August tally has risen year on year since 2015. Here's our next headline.